What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How you guys feeling? Hopefully everybody's good. If not, we are going to work through it. Don't you worry, right? This message is specifically for the Sagittarius. However, this can be generalized if you happen to be watching it with somebody who's a Sagittarius, right? You can listen in as well. All right, let's see what messages pop up for you guys. So the first one we have for you guys is push through any insecurities, right? This is a mind trick for you guys. If you guys are feeling, not sure about something, i.e. secure or unsecure or insecure about something, feeling like, it's not going to work out the way it's supposed to, just kind of remind yourself of all these situations that wasn't typically going to work out, or you thought it wasn't going to work out, and end up working out just fine, right? So just give yourself that little advice from time to time so that you can reassure yourself that everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to. Might not be the way you want it to, or the way others want it to, but it's going to work out the way it's supposed to, right? So just have confidence in what you do. You already have to do the task. You might as well just enjoy the process of it, right? It's what you trained all your life for, type of thing. So now we have gratitude. Grateful, same situation. Have gratitude with everything you do. Make sure that you guys are being grateful for the fact that you woke up, for the fact that you do the little things, for the fact that you took another breath, for the fact that, you graduated. Little things, the smallest things. You might be sitting in a mansion. You might be sitting at a bus stop. You might be driving a taxi. You might have your own car. You might not have a car. You might not have a job. You might be going through the worst situation. You might be going through the best situations. But there's a time in everybody's lives where we sometimes get, caught up in our depression states where we feel like, oh man, things not working out for us. We have to be grateful for our situation. We have to be grateful we lived another day. These smallest things be your biggest blessings, right? So just keep that in mind. Just be grateful. Have gratitude for everything you do. What's next? All right, next one we have is attend to the details, right? Attend to the details. Attend to the details. If you guys ever seen luxury houses, or even the simplest things, right? The simplest bus stops, the simplest taxis, the simplest parks, I'm just trying to name off a few things that you guys should understand what I'm saying. It's the details that was put into these projects that make it so much better. You know what I mean? Like the details when people put into their business, right? The details of being convenient, the details of delivery service. Oh, it's so convenient. I can walk in there, the AC, they got Wi-Fi. Look at somewhere like Starbucks. They got Wi-Fi, they got the coffee machine, they got everything you need. You know what I mean? So it's just those little details business owners look into stuff like that, right? I'm not glorifying any type of lifestyle, whatever, that when I speak, but I'm just kind of giving you guys different ideas of why we need to focus more on principles and morals than what we gain from it, right? We need to be focused on these little small things in life. These are the things that's going to help you understand through your day-to-day life to use that head of yours to say, look, am I going to go to this place? Nah, not really, because it ain't really going to benefit me. You know what I mean? Like these things are going to help us make life choices that's going to save our lives. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, it does. So just attend to the details when it comes down to your personal life. This could be, for an example, everybody knows after they eat food, they get a little slouchy. It's normal. Like you get a little sleepy. So tell you details. You want to go clean up before you get a little sleepy? Do that. You want to clean up as you go. It saves time. It saves energy. It allows things to ensure they get done, right? While on a journey to being spiritual and seeing, and just building a business or whatever it is that you need spirituality for, whatever it is, while you're on this journey, you don't want these minor things to distract you. So you kind of want to focus on those things to get those out of the way. You want to make sure your house is clean, so you're not rushing home to clean your house. You want to make sure your house is clean so you feel good about yourself. You want to make sure your body's clean. You want to make sure you're giving yourself a nice little health, health tips. You're eating a little healthy, just all these little minor things, but we're attending to small details. That's what we're really focusing on. Handling our business so that when we go out into the world, we can accomplish big things, right? So make sure you guys attend to those details. Okay, let's see what else we have for the Sagittarius. So what do you need, right? This could be a question from the spirit team. asking you what do you need. If you guys are in request for anything, just pray about it. You know what I mean? Most times it's what you need, not what you want. I'm not saying you can't pray for things that you want, but typically it's things that you need. Things of survival state, right? You need food. You need to pay your bills. You need monetary gains. You need energy. Money is energy, so don't look at it in a bad way. Money is energy, depending on how you gain it and how you spend it. But money is energy. It is currency. It is, to me, it's a flow. Life is the energy of flowing, right? So also don't be afraid to pass it around a little bit. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to tip somebody. Don't be afraid, because it's energy. It's coming to good. The more you give out, the more you receive. Obviously, don't do nothing crazy where you just give up your whole rent money one time, because then you're going to be fresh out of luck. But what I can say is, look, play it by ear. You know what I mean? Use your discretion when it comes down to money. Do you as you're supposed to, right? But when it comes down to everything, ask for what you need. A quick prayer is not going to hurt you. In fact, it's going to do way more good than anything. You could take a couple seconds, a minute, an hour even if you want to, but pray about it, because that's an extra thing. For the non-believers out there, for the people that say that they're, what's that word? I forgot the word. I don't even be up on that word like that. See? Like, the people that say that they're this or that, I don't judge them, but at the end of the day, I would rather have a belief system than anything, right? That's just that's a plus sign in my life type of thing. That's something where, I feel depressed, I believe in something. I believe that it's going to work out. You know what I mean? Whereas it's just a belief system. It's a belief system. So have you a belief system. If you don't have a higher power, it's nothing I can tell you, but pray on it. You know what I mean? Pray on it. So for sure. Pray for the things that you need, especially, or you can even do like I do and just pray that you, because even though you got it, that don't mean that you're gonna keep it. So sometimes we can even pray to keep these items or to maintain them as much as possible. Honor your feelings, right? However you might be feeling, you gotta honor that. So that's pretty straightforward with that. Honor your feelings. You guys all know when you're walking down that dark alley. You heard a little song, you're running, you're dashing, you feel me? Same way you would do that, same way you should do for a positive result like a business or waking up in the morning to go handle your situation, handle your priorities, take care of your kids, all of that good stuff. Honor that deep feeling inside you that tells you, you need to get up and do what you got to do. Honor that same way you would if you heard a little crackle in a dark alley. You know what I mean? So honor those feelings of yours. Positive way, I wouldn't say negative way, but if it's a negative situation, then yeah, you wanna definitely honor that. Make moves. He who wants to be king must first learn to serve. So keep this in mind whenever you're working a job where you're like, oh man, I hate this job. Well, talk to the people that run that. Like, ask the manager. I love to have general conversations because it's going to take somebody to slip up and tell me something that they took 10 years to obtain. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Some regular stuff. Like they could say something. They could say anything, and it could have took 10 years to figure that out, but it just took me 2 minutes to figure that out. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like each one teach one type of vibe. I always say it on this channel. Make sure that you guys are talking to your people. If you guys at work, talk to your coworkers over that. Get a general description of where they're coming from, where they're life, where they're trying to go. You ain't trying to be lazy, but you're trying to get a business idea. Because if you're trying to run a business and you're trying to be financially free, you're trying to make your end situation. You're trying to make money through your end. Remember this, guys. If you want to make finances, all it is you're providing value to somebody. If whatever you can sell toothpicks. There's companies right now that sell toothpicks and all these little minor things, so you can too. There's no different from you and a company. The only difference is you just got to provide value, right? No matter what it is. It could be comedy. There is no judgment in it, right? There is no, what's less and what's more or what. No. If you want to, obviously, if you're talking millions, then you're going to have to expand your brand. But the simple approach, if you're trying to just replace your income, is just provide value to a decent amount of people that can, obviously depend on how much you're trying to sell your product for. It's the same situation. The point I'm trying to make is I've had these long thought processes. I've went through months of sitting down, thinking about it, going through my ups and down moments, and I've just came to a conclusion like, the reason why I'm more passionate about what I do now versus where I was, it wasn't that I didn't like my job or I hated it. No, because I wouldn't have worked if I hated it. For sure, hated it? No, I wouldn't have worked it. But I enjoy this process now because it's my thing. I built this. I built it up from 0 subscribers. I built it up. I'm now on an ongoing process where I have all my eggs in the basket. I just know what I'm gotta do, right? And I have this. I have it. I'm applying. I'm even put the same amount of time. I thought, for example, that doing YouTube, I'll be putting an hour or 2 hours of my day. But actually, I prefer to put more time into this than that because it means I'm getting a full days of work, and that means I'm really progressive. You know what I mean? And that's just the way I am. I like to. When I was working a job, grocery store, I was doing overtime. I love that. That's just me though. I love to see progress. If I don't seem like I see progress, then I need to work a little bit longer, not harder, but longer, right? So, as I said, it's the same way for you guys. You know, if you guys are going through a situation where you're like, yo, I'm working at a job, I dislike the job. Okay, well, what can you bring to the table of value to somebody else in a form of your own business? For me, I've always used to talk to people and give information, so I just transfer this into a spiritual level because I've always been spiritual, and then I just apply this on YouTube. Y'all like it, y'all mess with it, you know what I'm saying? I eat off of it. Cool, that's how we do it. I'm providing value in return. I'm receiving what I receive. So that's just how it goes. That's how it goes of anything. So, but you gotta be open-minded. You gotta believe in yourself first and foremost. You gotta believe that it's possible. As soon as you find that opportunity, go for it. If you win a lottery, go for it. If you got a spouse that's willing to help you out, go for it. You know what I mean? You guys gotta work together. You gotta make it work, right? Some way, somehow, gotta make it work. But yeah, learn the trait of being a worker before you learn to be a boss, right? There's nothing better than understanding how business works. And so then when you get into that line of, okay, boom, like I don't necessarily be on a schedule no more. I don't put myself on a schedule, but I understand discipline. I understand, all right, I can listen to a speech. If I feel low vibration, I'm going to listen to a speech. I'm going to get myself back on go. I'm going to take it one video at a time and go with it like that. I understand that same method that I used to take one day at a time in my workplace. I take it one video at a time on YouTube, right? So I'm just giving you guys little brief examples because I know how it is. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't. I know how it gets. You know what I mean? It's funny because it says earn money from something. Something just popped up on my thing. That's crazy. King of the Antichrist symbol. The symbol represents leadership and charisma, right? You gotta have that charisma. You gotta have that personality to be a leader, right? It's not. Some people born with it. I don't think I was born with it. I think I was more of a solo guy. I wouldn't say a follower leader. I think I was more of a solo guy. I think I was more. I was growing up. I was more the person that learned and like used it to my advantage. But I never really did this, like go on YouTube and I was never really that type of person. So not saying YouTube was always around, but like just in general, go in the classroom and speak I was never really like that. I would use the things that I've learned to benefit my life, but I was never one to be a teacher type of vibe. So for you guys that, wish to be teachers or wish to be leaders, it's built. Let me tell you guys. I don't be on my phone no more like that. I'm doing a lot more reading. And then the reason when I read, it takes some type of skill to write a book, first and foremost. So when I'm reading, I'm noticing that I'm able to translate my words a lot better than if I didn't read and if I was just on my phone scrolling that nonsense or stuff that was irrelevant to my life. Meaning it's not going to help me grow. It's not going to help me with this channel for sure, right? So me reading, me educating myself, me bringing new ideas and new topics and new phrases to this channel, bringing value to this channel, me doing things on the outside time and bringing it to here, it makes everything so much easier, right? It's like a trainer or like a boxer training before the fight. If it's just him train on his side makes the fight so much easier. So it's the same thing with me. And I want to say that because when it comes down to you being an entrepreneur, being a boss, or whatever the case is, you want to build or you want to implement all these characteristics. And this comes from a personality. Like all the characteristics is your personality, right? You start to just do things that what a boss would do, right? If somebody's running a $6 million business, you think they're going to sit. That's why I say this channel is really about life choices too, because I be talking some real stuff. If somebody's running a $6 million business, you think that they're going to be on the phone looking at shorts? I post shorts because I know people's watching shorts, and it's the business tactic to post where people are. But I don't specifically try to watch shorts all day. You know what I mean? Because there's no way I'm going to obtain a channel if I'm influenced by other people on channels. You know what I mean? There's no way I can control a website. If that's I look at YouTube like a website. You got to take it serious. You can have fun with it, enjoy it, love it, but you gotta be disciplined about it too. So it's not just about YouTube, but I'm just telling you guys, you don't expect somebody that has this multi-million-dollar mansion, or these guys are very smart. Like don't think it's just a bunch of dumb people with money. Like they're pretty smart. You know what I mean? But their lifestyle is different from a lot of ours. Like they wake up and they read a book. Y'all see it in movies. They sit there and they read. They study. These doctors, these lawyers, they're studying. So they're educating themselves. So they're isolated in a room, educating themselves. So when they come out, they're using a lot of their brains. Like when they get in altercations, they're thinking about what's the next move. They're not just going off of, oh, you hit me, or what's up, and I'm gonna fight you. They don't do that. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. That's why I said we gotta start using our brains more. We gotta start really thinking about stuff. That's why I'm really thinking about, because even if I get an altercation, it's like, for an example, I'm not no big dude, but I know I'm big enough where it's not gonna be like, no, I'm not one to look at like I'm just some pick on or some peon or whatever, right? So I know somebody might not want to hit me for real. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, instead of me jumping ahead and trying to fight the guy, let me think about it and let me say, this probably don't really want to fight for real. You know what I mean? You could tell from people's body language that they don't want to fight for real. So when you start using you know what I'm saying, using your thought process and start saying, look, this ain't even worth it or whatever, like for real, like for real. You start to realize, like, yo, man. And you start to just think about it, and it just avoids so much unnecessary conflict, unnecessary drama. The devil tends to lose more fights than they win, where we don't go off of straight emotion and things like that. We just start using our head more. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I sum it all up to say the leadership, the charisma, all of that, the charisma, all that stuff comes from personality, and all that stuff comes from the daily things that you do on a daily basis. Educate yourselves, get down with the books, get down with education on anything you're trying to attain. If you're trying to be a plumber, carpenter, mechanic, hair salonist, whatever, get involved. Research it. If you're gonna be on YouTube, you might as well put them thumbs to something that's gonna benefit you. If you're paying an electricity bill, you need to be putting that towards something that's going to benefit you, right? But yeah, that's all I gotta say for that one. All right, we're gonna use this one, right? I have not, let me tell you, I have not got a chance, but I will get a chance to look up this word. I haven't got a chance to that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. In a meetable, I'm not gonna lie and say that I know what that word, because I don't know what that word means. But however, we got the picture. We're gonna use what we have. We're gonna use our resources. This picture, for me, it looks like unstable. And I've been talking about this because like I said, I haven't got a chance to look up the word. I will look up this word after this video for sure. Because I've probably done like 4 videos of this thing already, and today I learned, and I do not know what the word is. But I've been speaking on this as like unstable, and you know what? I might still use. I'm gonna look up the word, and if it correlates, then cool. But if not, I'm probably gonna still represent this, because I feel like people need to hear this. Now, if you look closely, right? There's no way you're probably gonna want to build a house on these rocks. These rocks look unstable and all of that. However, they still hold up fine. See, sometimes in life, things that you try to build on might not be stable for that process, for that specific thing, but they hold up on other things. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to get you guys to understand is, listen. I know it sounds confusing, but listen. You might not build a house on these rocks, but these rocks, they're pretty stable, right? These rocks are pretty stable. They haven't fell, but they look unstable. I want you guys to apply that to. You know what? Don't forget what I said, but keep that in mind. Something looks to be unstable, but it's stable. Think of all these situations where you seemed like it wasn't gonna work, right? Your belief system was done. You was like, it's not gonna work. It seemed unstable, but in reality, you had all the tools and all the necessary things to go through with it, but you chose not to, and you just left it alone. Technically quit, right? Whatever you want to call it that. Moving forward, what I want you guys to do is remember them times that seem unstable, but you still went here through with it. Like for me, graduating seemed unstable for me, and I graduated high school with a 2.0 GPA, just about. But I had to grind it out. I wasn't like it's not like I didn't know what it was, but when you're that age and you don't really know, like me, I was, like I said, I was using my brain and all that, so I was just kind of good on my feelings. Like, I didn't feel like I need to graduate. And then 11th grade, I had to go hard, like, just to even, feel me, make criteria to graduate. So it's like, in time, right? So it's like, for me, that's my personal situation I give to you guys. For you guys, it might be something different. But whatever it may be that might have seemed unstable, but you still went through with it and you still did it, think of that. The next time you're going through something that you feel like, oh, it's not going to work. Oh, this business isn't going to work. Oh, before you just give up, try it out, right? Try it out for the next 6 months, next year, next 2 years. Keep trying. It failed, all right, try again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, just keep trying. No, don't do it to a point where it's going to put you in a crazy debt where you can't even crawl out of that. But do it to where it's sufficient enough where you can say you put enough time and you put enough effort that if it was meant to be, it was meant to be, right? So, like, I'm not going to post one video on YouTube and expect, I'm doing great on YouTube. No, I'm not just going to post one. I'm going to post whatever I feel like is whatever I feel like is efficient, right? So, yeah, something that's unsteady to you guys, or might have been unsteady in the past, use that, or something that was unsteady at first and then you was able to see that, it was steady. Use that moving forward to say any day. Anytime you go through any situation in your day, to say, this day feels unsteady. Nah, to remind yourself, it looks unsteady, but it just might be steady. But I'm going to keep working until, it's attainable, or until I feel like I done enough that was appropriate for today. If you get me, you get me, right? So just keep that in mind. Just because something seems unstable doesn't mean that it's necessarily unstable. Okay, that's going to complete you guys' reading for the Sagittarius. Again, this can be generalized, so you can't take away any information that I spoke on. I will continue to educate myself as well. I feel like that would be cheating for me to just watch bullshit. Man, I don't be trying to curse on this channel because I don't know if kids are watching. Watch BS. Sorry, excuse my language. But yeah, I was very passionate about what I was about to say. But I'm not just gonna, I'm no longer, I promise, this is recorded, so I can't go back to my word, right? I'm not gonna make my life harder or make my career harder by not educating myself, because I have to educate you guys. That is the value that I bring to the table. So you can expect me to be growing on this channel. You can expect videos every day, like I've been saying. You can't expect your sign to be done every day. It might not be done in the traditional room every day, because I might travel or I might go somewhere that's different, might be on a plane or whatever, right? But obviously I'm not going to record on the plane, but I'm just letting you guys know I might be in a park. I might have to adjust to this situation. I might not have my laptop using this situation, but I will have my phone, as I always do, and I will use it as a tool versus a distraction, and I will be just pulling cards out and giving you guys a message every day, as I know I feel like it will help, right? So you can expect a zodiac sign every day from me. Click on this channel, you will see a zodiac sign no matter what, unless I'm going through some life-threatening situation, which unless it's me or unless it's like my very close partner, then most likely I'm gonna thug it out and I'm still gonna give y'all the messages, you know what I mean? Because unless it's affecting my personal household, the show must go on type of thing. Unless it's real bad, like I said, real bad. It's gotta be real bad, like life or death type of thing, or a new birth. You know what I mean? Hopefully, but we'll see what happens. The point is, unless it's affecting me personally, I'm gonna get your videos out as much as I can. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, please. I really do appreciate you. Even if it's don't even hesitate if it's negative or positive. I don't care. Just drop a comment section. It helps the channel grow regardless, right? Feedback is mandatory on these type of things, type of situations. Don't want to drag the video along. I know you guys probably got a lot of things to do. Just want to give you guys a few little things for the outro. And let me know what you guys think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Only if you enjoyed the video. Post notifications and check. If the post notifications don't come on every day, check the video. Check my channel. I'm gonna have your zodiac sign dropped in the channel. You know what you guys think. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the next spiritual video.